Hi, everybody. This is Christina, and I'm here to talk about the full moon of the month of December. It's actually our last full moon of the year, and this is going to be the full moon in Gemini. So, this full moon that we're having, it's going to be on a 27 degree, and it's going to be happening on December 18 or December 19, depending where you are. I believe Easter time is going to be on December 18. So this full moon is very, very interesting because, well, it's the last full moon of the year. And pretty much full moons are like these peaking moments. They mean culminations. They means it's kind of like a moment to observe your emotions because they're very, very clear. However, we have to remember that we are entering into Venus retrograde on December 19th. So the day of the full moon, we're having all these peak of emotions, and at the same time we have Venus retrograde in Capricorn, which Capricorn is not a very expressive sign. And Gemini, it's ruled by Mercury, so it's more of a mental, analytical, logical sign. But with Venus retrograde, we have to remember that it's a time to go inward. It's retrograde means everything that has to do with reflecting, going inward, kind of like even remembering things from the past. So with Venus retrogrades, a lot of open wounds and anything that has to do in a karmic way, lessons that are very karmic are going to come to the surface. And it's a moment for us to, kind of like journaling and do some meditation so we can do a lot of healing work. With Venus retrograde, so you remember the Venus, it's the planet that rules everything that has to do with love and beauty and art, but also finances. So with Capricorn, this is a very good time to reflect on your relationships, but also to know if they're strong, if they have a very solid foundation. And with this full moon in Gemini, that has to do a lot with the throat chakra. So Gemini is a very expressive sign. It's kind of fun. It's lighthearted. Um, it's very, very light in some way, very airy, and very mental. So it's a good time to express emotions, to be open. But remember that we went over all the eclipses and we were working a lot of the south node and north node energy of the polarity of Sagittarius and Gemini. So these two signs have to do a lot with expressing your belief system, expressing your opinions, your ideas, and has to do a lot with the news, and it has to do a lot with information, education. So this moment with the full moon, it's a culmination of everything that we learned throughout those 18 months that we were working the Sagittarius and Gemini energy. It's very, very opposite forces where we notice in the collective, we notice in the world, the division of ideas, the division of belief systems, even the division of how, like the news, they can make things into a bigger deal. Sometimes the truth is not completely spoken or completely seen. So right now that we work all that energy, this is a great time to reflect what you have learned and where you are yourself, where you are in your life in regards to how you communicate your ideas, your perspective in a very diplomatic, in a very calm way, because we notice, we learn what happens when we have the divisions of groups, the divisions of ideas, of, the clashes of information, of the clashes of belief systems. So with this full moon, I think really, we can use it to communicate to others, being completely open about our our belief systems, our wants, our needs, because it's a full moon. It's also about, your needs, emotional needs, but also maintaining your healthy boundaries, also learning when to respect others and when people are not respecting your views and perspective. So this is a great time to notice, what have we learned throughout these 18 months that we were working those energies of Sagittarius and Gemini. In relationships, because we have the Venus retrograde, I really believe that, going inward and exploring if the relationship that you're in has potential to grow, has, Capricorn, it's a very, very solid, very strong. It really needs to have like wisdom. It's a sign that seeks wisdom and maturity. So ambitious in a way. So in relationships, it's, looking for that relationship that actually brings that foundation and wisdom and maturity that, you can grow, you guys can work hard together. So it's a good moment to um, have those conversations, not rushing into making any decisions, because Venus retrograde, it's not a time to be impulsive in our decisions, especially regarding finances, regarding relationships. But it's a good moment with the full moon to express your throat chakra and see where you are. And like I said, maintaining just healthy boundaries. The good thing about the full moon is that it's creating a very harmonious trine with Jupiter. So Jupiter is in Aquarius, which is a very social planet. Is very humanitarian, very much. It rules friendships. It rules those relationships that, they are not like detached, but you have a relationship where, it's more about having fun and socializing, and you don't need to dive deeper into those vulnerable moments like a Scorpio. So it's creating a great time to, being out there, spending time with friends, and creating new chapters in relationships. Also, we have we have Venus retrograde, and we have Pluto in Capricorn. So with Venus and Pluto together, these planets, I would say there is a lot of. This is a great time to work or notice what relationships kind of want to control you, manipulate you. There is like power issues, control issues, manipulation. So notice those people that nurture your energy and those people who actually suck your energy. Like I said, it's just a great time to put healthy boundaries and just in a very polite way express where you are, where you stand, and if that person is respecting your opinions, is respecting your feelings. So maintaining those clear boundaries. And so we also have Neptune in Pisces. So with Neptune in Pisces, the high energy of Neptune in Pisces, which is beautiful. I mean, Pisces is ruled by Neptune. So diving into your spiritual practices, having more moment for you to meditate, to create your rituals, to have your bath, to connect to that higher force, that sense of unity within the whole cosmos. So this is a great time for that. And you can use it, if you're an artistic person, because Gemini has to do a lot with also expression. So use it in a very creative, artistic way. I also think that because we have this Venus retrograde in Capricorn with Pluto, I really believe that this is a good moment to see your goals and your projects where you are in your life, maybe career wise or business. Like I said, also relationships. And notice if you're putting that energy, if you're feeding that energy for that baby, that project, that relationship, that piece of work grows. Don't expect like immediate results, because Capricorn, it's about putting the work. It's about what you're where you're shifting your attention, where you're putting your energy. And I think by the next 6 months, see how that grows. I think that's the beauty of astrology, that you can use these cycles. Now we're having a full moon, so it's a culmination. But by the next new moon that is going to be happening in Gemini, it's going to be definitely a new chapter of your life. And especially because we were working all that energy of Gemini that we needed to reinforce our ability to communicate and to express ourselves in a way that we are respecting others, we're respecting other people's views, but you can also express yourself. So that's the full moon in Gemini. Like I said, be curious, be adventurous. Gemini is a very, very fun sign. So don't get stuck too much in the emotional aspect of it, in the rational aspect of it, because we do have Mercury in Capricorn, so it can be kind of sober in a way. But actually, like I said, have time with, you have the Jupiter in Aquarius, socialize, meet new people, use different techniques to meet new people, to see who is out there, and enjoy the holidays by maybe having a different type of holiday, celebrating with your friends. And if you are interested to get a reading, if you want to dive deeper, please let me know. I do readings. I also do Akashic records, and I also teach prenatal yoga. And actually, I am pregnant, so I love getting in touch with people and talking about all about astrology and also yoga, and how you can use your chart in a way that it can help you evolve, so we can see where you have been stuck in past life, and where is it the direction that you're going in this life, heading into your north node. So that's the full moon in Gemini, and I wish everybody a great holiday. I wish everybody to have a beautiful time with your loved ones, and remember that we have the Venus retrograde. So also just be mindful about people that enter your life right now, because there might be a very, very strong connection. Not necessarily has to be it can be a very strong bond. It can be past life related. It could be showing you lessons. It could be like mirrors. And I believe also that these eclipses, we were doing a lot of ancestral healing. um, there was so much ancestral work that we were doing, and I think right now, and it has to do a lot with expressing yourself and kind of closing that chapter that our ancestors carried, and how we can open up ourselves to a new version of us, for your tribe, for your family, and how you introduce yourself into the world, so you can um, create a newer legacy. So I do believe that there was a lot of ancestral work that we've been doing, and it was very, very heavy. So make sure that you take this time to take care of yourself. If that means taking more time for resting, or even not, putting yourself out there, listen to your body, listen to your intuition, listen to your guides, and take that moment for you. If you think that the Neptune energy is very, very strong, I like to use astrology to see. So we have Neptune in Pisces, and then we have all this Sagittarian energy too, with Mars in Sagittarius. And it's interesting to see what forces pulls people. Like, if you have a lot of Sagittarian energy, maybe you want to be more bold, and maybe you want to be more adventurous, and you feel like you really want to explore the world and take a trip. So see how is that energy pulling you, and find a way. Squares can be very conflictive, so find a way that you find a middle ground. And the same way, if you have a very strong Pisces energy, I'm a Pisces rising, notice if you feel like this is a moment for you to be more intuitive. This is a moment for you to do more psychic work, mediumship work. If you're more interested in just diving into that, you know, dimension of connecting with guides and angels. You know, notice, see what is it, and then find, you know, the middle ground. Okay, it's time for me to, you know, move my body and shake my body and have that Sagittarius energy of like exploring and being more adventurous, and even going out, maybe going for something different, trying new things. So this is the beauty with astrology. I, like I said, with the full moon in Gemini, I think of throat chakra, and then we have Venus retrograde in Capricorn. So I believe we have a lot of root chakra energy that we're working, and we're healing still a lot of ancestral work, because Capricorn has to do a lot also with ancestral energy and foundation and things that can be kind of dense and heavy, but we do need to do the work. So we create, you know, Saturn wants to see us in a good place, you know, mature and wise. So it's a good moment for that. And with Gemini, I think of the tarot card of the lovers, and finding those people that really you can speak, really you can tune into, and have some fun and be, you know, be yourself, be able to express yourself. Notice those people that when you open your mouth and you are expressing your ideas, your perspective, your opinions, if they're very cutting, you know, and notice that they're not respecting you. So it's a good moment to have um, to to practice healthy boundaries. So that's my interpretation for this full moon. If you're happy, please subscribe. This is all new to me. I'm creating all these YouTube videos, so I am very happy to be doing this, but I'm still pretty new with YouTube. So any support and, you know, any support comments, I'm very, very happy. And if you'd like to have a reading, please reach out to me. Bye. Many blessings. Namaste.